Yo guys, today we're going to be doing 3 custom builds in GTA 5 Online. It's where I pick 3 cars in the game, I customize them and make them look really good for you guys, so I hope you enjoy. The first car we're going to be customizing is the Elegy Retro Custom, a really good looking car in real life. So first we're going to get the Elegy upgraded to the Elegy Retro Custom, and we're going to start off with the basic upgrades like brakes. And we're going to make our way to the front bumpers. So we're going to put on something basic on the front, and for the back bumper we're not going to put anything, just because I don't like the back bumpers on this car. And we're not going to put on the bumper meshes or the intercooler either, because you can't see it anyways. Next up is the headlight trim, and I'm not going to put any of them because they look pretty bad. Here we have the doors. We're not going to do anything with the doors either, and we're going to leave the fenders. We're pretty much going to leave everything quite plain on this car for right now, but I promise you that at the end this car is going to look really nice. Here's the engine block. Honestly, you can do anything you want here. You can change it if you want, or just leave it and save some money as well. It won't affect the speed of the car, so don't worry about that, but make sure you upgrade the engine tunes to level 4 if you have it unlocked. Twin chrome tip exhaust will be our exhaust, and for the grille we're going to put on the black grille surround. I think that looks pretty nice, or you can go for whichever one you prefer. Next up is the hood accessories. I prefer putting on the carbon lip and the chrome catches. Next up is the hood, and there's a lot of different hood options that you can guys put on this car, but I prefer the performance hood on this car. It has that nice look to it. Next up is the interior, and this is also a personal preference. We're not going to put the sun strip on it, and the dash we're going to put this street interior, because I don't want to make this car look super crazy. And for the dials we're going to put the first one on because it looks good and simple. For the door interior we're going to go for the carbon door cards because it makes the car look a bit nicer. And for the seats you can go for anything that you guys want. I think we're gonna go for the carbon track seats because they look pretty nice. And for the steering wheel we're gonna go for the one of the last two because they have got buttons on them, and in my opinion it looks pretty good. And for the light color, just pick whatever color you want, but I'm gonna go for the white, and I'm gonna pass on the roll cage because I just don't want to put one. Next up is the lights, and we're gonna go for the xenon lights, of course. And for the livery we're just not gonna put any of the liveries on. And for the plates we're gonna go for the one on the right side because it looks nice on the right, but you can go for the one on the left if you'd like. And on the back I think the third option looks the best out of the other ones, so we're just gonna go for that one. And now the color. I'm just gonna go for a nice white color, but I'll leave some color combinations you might want to try down in the description below, so go and check that out. And while you're there you might as well hit the like and subscribe button, it'll really help me out. For the roof there is a few options, but I'm just not going to put anything on. I'm just going to leave the solid so it just looks nice and clean. And now for the side skirts. We're going to throw the side skirts extension on, but it's your car, so put on any skirts that you like better. And now for the spoiler. There is a bunch of options you can put, but we're going to go for the classic RS wing because it looks the nicest, so that's what we're going to be putting on this car. Next up is the suspension. Of course we're going to put the lowest option, then we're going to put the turbo and transmission and just max them two out if you can. It'll make the car way faster. There's a few different options that you can go for the wheels. High-end, sport, tuner, whichever one you prefer. We're going to go for the SUV rims, and we're going to choose the Dash VIP because I think they look pretty clean and I like the look of them. And also don't forget to put the bulletproof tires. Also don't forget the limo windows. This car looks really nice, and I love the look of it. Super simple, super plain, and super fast in game as well. Let me know what you think of this car down in the comments below. Here is the T20, known as the McLaren F1, and we're going to be customizing it. So we're going to start off with the brakes, and then we're going to move on to the bumpers. There's only 3 options to choose from, so I think we're just going to go for the stock front bumper for now. And for the rear bumpers we're going to go for the primary one. There's not much of a selection either. Engine, just marks that out. Exhaust, gonna go for the chrome tip exhaust. I think that just looks the best. And hood, definitely double vented hood. I think that looks the best as well. For the lights, we of course we have to go for the xenon lights, and then for the plate we'll go for the that one. I'm just gonna put on my crew color for the T20, but I'll leave some color combinations down for the T20 in the comments below, so make sure you check that out as well. So I'm just gonna put on this red color because I think it looks pretty nice, so we'll just put that on. Yeah, I think the red suits it, so we'll leave it at that. The roof, we'll just add the scoop. I think it just adds that bit more texture and shit. Skirts, don't need it, do we? Nah, we'll leave it. Transmission, max it out. Turbo, we'll also max it out. For the wheels, we'll just go for the sport ones. The wheels don't really matter. I'm just gonna go put some random ones on. I don't really care about the wheels on the T20. We'll just go for something that looks similar to the stock ones, and then change the color to black, and then make sure they're bulletproof. Tires smoke black as well, and then limo windows of course. And yeah, that is the car done. Now I'm just gonna show it around. Overall, this car, I think it looks real nice. It's overall really good. Great handling, great acceleration, great top speed. As you see, it's going pretty fast. The look of the car is really good in my opinion as well. And you can buy it on Legendary Motorsports for only 2.2 million as well. So I definitely suggest buying this car. So here we have the Coquette Classic, which is a sports classic. So it's not a supercar or anything, it's just a nice sports classic car. So I'm going to start off with the brakes, and there's actually a bigger selection of bumpers this time, but I'm not sure which one to put because they're all pretty ugly. So I think I'm just going to go for the primary color bumper. I think that's just the best option. And for the back, there's not much of a selection either, so I'm just going to go for the primary color rear bumper. I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah, and then engine, then the exhaust. So you can either have the exhaust at the back, or you can have one on the side. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go for the titanium exhaust at the back. Yeah, I think that will be fine. And then the hood, definitely not. Leave it. Then the xenon lights, of course. Livery, we'll leave it until the end. I think we'll just choose at the end which one we want. But there is actually quite a few selections. We'll go on yellow on black for the plate. Respray, we'll do that at the end. Roll cage, yeah, we'll probably put this on as well. Yeah, I think that will look good. And then the roof, we can either take it off or we can keep it on. I think I'm just gonna keep it on. I can always take it off if I want. And max out the transmission, max out the turbo, of course. The wheels, we'll just do the windows again. The wheels, I don't think it has to be anything that much, so we're just gonna go for some tuner ones that look kind of nice. Yeah, I think this is fine. And just make them black as well, bulletproof of course. And yeah, and now we can do the color. I'm gonna probably go for kind of like a cherry color, so we'll go for something like kind of reddish. Yeah, garnet red. And it's got kind of like that pearlescent white-ish, so it's kind of gonna it's a red car and it's gonna give off that white off, and I think it's gonna look pretty nice. And yeah, here are all the liveries. I think I'm just gonna go for the dual white stripes. I think that looks the best on the red. The black looks pretty good as well, but I think the white suits it a bit more, so we'll go for that. And now I'm just gonna show the car around. So this car, it's okay. Its handling is alright. It's got an alright speed. It's only a sports classic, so it's a car that you will just drive around normally, not something to race with or anything. But yeah, it costs $665,000 on Legendary Motorsports, so it's not that expensive. So you can buy this car if you want, but it's a quite nice looking car. So yeah. So guys, if you did make it this far into the video, I want to say thank you for watching, and also comment down below if there are any other cars that you would like to see me customize, and make sure you like and subscribe.